This is Matt. He's one of our sales guys. He owns this E92 M3, which has BMW's S65 V8, and while this engine has its own set of problems, it's nothing compared to one of the worst engines BMW has ever made, the N63 V8. So here are the top 10 quirks of that engine, BMW's N63 V8. Everyone knows a classic engine has almost nothing in the engine bay, and a modern engine is about as opposite as you can get. Well, when the BMW engineers were designing the N63 V8, they took the complexity challenge personally and made it one of the most jam-packed engine bays ever. Twin turbos, Valvetronic, double vanos, intense intercooling systems, and a butt-ton of advanced electronics. Great when they work, but very expensive when it doesn't. And that non-working happens more than BMW would have liked. In a typical setup, turbocharged engines have turbos on the outside of the block. BMW decided to be different with the N63 V8 and placed the turbos in what's known as a hot V configuration, which has them inside the V valley of the engine. While designed to minimize lag and be closer to the exhaust and aid in space saving, heat management creates huge issues leading to excess wear and premature failure of components. Not exactly what you want in any car, let alone an expensive German sedan. Speaking of premature failures, the excess heat trapped from the hot V configuration of the turbos in the N63 V8 leads to those turbos becoming very expensive paperweights. Oil starvation, seizing components, wastegate failures, the list goes on. While BMW made many updates to the turbos over the years to help combat these problems, and to their credit did help a lot, the inherent design of the turbos' locations couldn't allow them all to be solved. Cooling? I'm a fan of that. Get it? Anyway, to help the N63 V8 cool down more quickly, BMW programmed the vehicle to keep the fans and water pump moving even after the vehicle is shut down. This means even after you turn off your car, it will still sound like it wants to take flight until temperatures decrease. While this may have helped with all the heat buildup these engines have, it ended up causing its own set of problems. Complex engine electronics and excessive heat do not mix well, and BMW learned that rather quickly with the batteries in the vehicles with the N63 V8. Not only does this engine demand more battery power than other engines of the time, but while the cooling system remaining on even after the vehicle was off may have helped control heat, it killed batteries. It was so bad, BMW started to make the battery replacement a standard maintenance item, stating it should be replaced every other oil change or about every 20,000 miles, which could be anywhere from $300 to $600 each time. I guess instead of paying cash, you could just charge it. Despite all BMW did to try and combat the heat from the N63 V8, as you may have guessed by now, heat management was its biggest weakness, and as we may have mentioned once or twice in the previous segments, the hot V turbo placement aided in a lot of the issues. The heat not only affected turbos, but it led to failing hoses, hardened seals, damaged electronics, and even oil degradation. So, like the power station said, some like it hot and some sweat when the heat is on. The N63 definitely did not like it hot. While BMWs are notoriously known for oil leaks, burning oil is unfortunately a common issue on the N63 V8s due to valve stem seals failing, even in as little as 70,000 miles. Due to the, you guessed it, high heat of the hot V turbo design, the seals prematurely harden and crack, allowing oil to seep into places into the engine that it shouldn't. Replacing all 32 of them is not fun, but is the only fix. We're definitely not blowing smoke with this one, but your BMW with the N63 certainly is. Apparently, BMW's N63 V8 heard it's good to stretch. Well, that applies to humans, not timing chains. According to BMW, the timing chains on the N63 have been found to stretch and wear out prematurely, resulting in premature valve train wear and reduced engine performance. Yikes! While timing chain failure can happen on any vehicle, this engine makes it a definite, and much sooner than others. If you somehow make it to 100,000 miles and have not dealt with them, you might want to get the chains, guides, and tensioners replaced ASAP before some serious issues happen. So we've mentioned tons of bad things about BMW's N63 V8, but what about something good? Well, BMW didn't really try to hide the issues. Over the years, BMW improved the engine from the factory to make it far more reliable compared to its 2008 inception. But if you have a problematic N63, BMW released the Customer Care Package in 2014, which allowed for a whole host of fixes to be carried out. But since it's not considered a recall, customers in some cases are on the hook to pay a variable percentage of the cost based on the work done and mileage of the vehicle. The package consists of an upgraded battery, software update, and other various sensor and component replacements. If the problems are really bad, BMW will replace the entire engine. After bashing on BMW's N63 V8 relentlessly, there is one big redeeming factor: the power. At the start, the N63 made just over 400 horsepower. While not earth-shattering, it was pretty respectable for the time, and still is. Now, the N63 makes closer to 530 horsepower, with its successor, the S63, making up to almost 620 at its peak. So, that being said, if you can deal with all of the problems, downtime, cost, frustration, and adding oil almost every time you fill up the gas tank, you'll have one of BMW's most powerful engines they've ever made. Worth it? That's for you to decide. So there you have it. Those are 10 of the many more quirks of the BMW N63 V8. I guess with great power comes great problems. But hey, V8s are pretty damn cool regardless. But as always, for more tips and tricks, product reviews, and so much more for BMWs, Minis, and Supras, make sure you subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell. Want to know what's happening first? Head over to our site and sign up for our newsletter. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as well. Thanks for watching. Say goodbye, Matt. Bye.